Luigi's Mansion 3. I've always liked the idea of the Luigi's Mansion series. I love ghost houses, and adding puzzles to that, I think it could be a lot of fun. The one thing that always turned me away from it was catching ghosts. It never felt like something that was fun to do. It just felt like it was something they needed to add in order to give Luigi something to do. I've never reviewed any of the Luigi's Mansion games. I do have a review of Luigi's Mansion on this channel, as it is the one and only review the little Wiiviewer did on his own. He did it to celebrate my 400th video. I will link to that review at the end of this one. Now, I have played the original Luigi's Mansion and Dark Moon. Both of them I stopped playing fairly early into the game. When it came to the original, I just wasn't interested in the catching mechanic, and that was pretty much all there was. Now, Dark Moon had more puzzles to solve, and I stuck with it a little bit longer, but it kind of turned into a grind and a little bit dull, so I stopped playing about an hour or so in. So when I saw the trailers for this third game, it looked like it could be fun because of the variety of the floors you encounter. And it looked like it emphasized more on solving puzzles than catching ghosts. Sure, catching ghosts was a big part of it, but there was way more puzzles to keep me interested to the end. This has Luigi and company invited to a new hotel. They check in, and almost immediately the hotel changes to a desolate theme, and they're almost all captured. Save for Luigi, who bravely runs away and dives into a laundry chute. This being Luigi's third time in the ghost hunting business, you would think he wouldn't be scared all the time, but he shakes in fear on every floor he enters. Now, I'm not saying if I wasn't in that position, I wouldn't be myself in fear, but at a certain point, even I would gain a little confidence, knowing I have the power to stop pretty much anything I come across. This time, Luigi has a new teammate named Luigi, who is just a lifeless version of Luigi, whom he can control psychically, I think? I don't think they make it very clear. In fact, the whole concept has many issues the game just kind of ignores. Like, why does goo have the power to make a fully functional ghost vacuum? How does the goo return when it's trapped below with no way of returning? If you can make sentient goo, why not make an army of them and have them take on the whole hotel's ghosts in some awesome battle sequence straight out of Fire Emblem? Now, Luigi isn't exactly new, as he was in the remake of Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, but if we're not talking about remakes, he is a new character. He can be used as a second player if you want to play multiplayer. But no one wanted to do that with me, so I couldn't test it. Luigi has to face the bosses of each of the floors, as they each have a button for the elevator. It's a clever way of having the levels separated, but it makes me wonder, where are the stairs? No hotel is going to have only an elevator. That would be crazy and impractical, and also super illegal. Now, the floors have different themes, like a fitness center, or a shopping mall, or a medieval castle. I just have to assume it's a themed restaurant originally, like medieval times. The floor layouts really stretch the concept of a hotel to its breaking point. Sure, a film studio might rent a floor of a hotel, but it sure would be impractical. Plus, the floor layout when it came to multiple levels was just crazy. How can a floor have 2 levels? Or a ceiling so high a tree could grow? Shouldn't there have been elevators on each of these floors? Or I guess the stairs are okay in these places. I did enjoy my time exploring the floors. I did like how they kept coming up with fresh ideas to do things in them. I wish the same could be said in the ghost designs. They were all simple looking with only occasional changes to make things a little bit more difficult. The bosses on the other hand were devilishly hard at times. One in particular killed me over and over again. It was nice that they let you buy bones for your ghost dog to bring you back to life. And the fact they were kind of cheap to buy was kind of an added bonus. Now, speaking of money, it's all over the place. You'll vacuum up all kinds of cash and gold, although it adds up much slower than you might expect. It was still easy to find money to collect. Luigi this time has the ability to slam the dead into the ground. While it was fun, you have to remember, all these people were alive at one point. So who's really the monster, Luigi? There is a multiplayer mode where you and a few others try to clear floors of ghosts, and it worked just fine. It was nice that I actually didn't have any issues, unlike the other multiplayer modes in the Switch games that I played. Maybe this is a turning point in Nintendo Online gaming, or maybe it's just so simple of a premise to mess up. Only time will tell. Luigi's Mansion 3 was a lot of fun. It did a good job of having a variety of puzzles to solve, while giving you Ghostbusting fans of the series plenty of things to do, with lots of spirits to suck up. The level designs were filled with things to find, and makes this title really replayable. If you don't care about the collectibles, you can beat this in about 13 hours. If you do, add another 5 to 6 hours to that. This is definitely worth a buy. This was the very first one of these I've actually finished. It was funny, enjoyable, and a little bit scary at times. If you're looking for a great puzzle action game, this is one you should not miss.